Cultivate my collection. Everyone else should too. Cultivate my collection. I hope you do too. Cultivate my collection. Everyone else should too. Cultivate my collection. Welcome to Cultivating the Collection. I am Dan, and today we're talking about music CDs. Down below, I don't think you can see them from here, I'm going through my whole CD collection because it's hit that point. I probably have over 1,000 CDs, right? Because you can find them cheap, 50 cents a piece, $1. But the problem is, once you hit 1,000, you start to forget what you've bought and what you haven't. Today I'm going through my collection, and I got some tough choices here. If I have a CD that I also have on vinyl,
MGMT vinyl, guess I don't need that CD after all.
that CD's gotta go. I can't, there's no more room for it. If there's a band I really like, but they have a shitty album, that CD's gotta go.
You guys remember when Bush came out? It wanted to be Nirvana. That first album wasn't so bad. Does anyone know about Golden State? Don't need it. Oh, remember Space Hog in the meantime? Yeah, I do too. Then there was a follow-up. Absolute trash.
I'm done with it. So we're going to go through the whole collection. I'm going to weed it out. I've already found 3 copies of Smashing Pumpkins' Siamese Dream. So what's that say? I got too many fucking CDs. So the other thing is, I have cassettes too. I have a cassette collection. If I have a hair metal cassette, I feel like I don't need it on CD.
Poison, you know the rule. If I got the cassette, CD must go.
So that's the rule. If I have it on vinyl, I don't need it on CD. If it's hair metal on cassette, I don't need it on CD. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I got a long, long day ahead of me. And then you stop as you go, because I'm like, man, I got so many great CDs, and there's so many good moments. I was thinking about this with music. All these CDs I have some sort of connection with, right? It doesn't matter. It could be the Jerky Boys, right? What do I think about the Jerky Boys? Obviously, I grew up with the Jerky Boys, but I think about touring with my band, the River City Rebels, and the moments on the road where we'd share laughs listening to these. I've been lucky. I've had so many bandmates over the years that I was influenced by them. They were sharing their music, and I trusted them. I was like, what is good about this? And I would get that influence from them. So I have a lot of those CDs in here because I picked them up because, well, I had friends that recommended it, and I trusted them. As you should trust me. I'm not recommending any music today, though. But in general, you should trust your friends. And the good thing also is that you got your friends' parents and their influences. You know, it's all siphoning down through. I think about Warren Zevon and stuff like that. I think about so many artists. So it's going to be tough. I'm going to get stuck at moments because I'm just like, I start reminiscing and I start looking at it and reading these. Because, you know, Yeah, I have Spotify now. I finally broke down after all these years, and I'm like, all right, I'll do it. Just because it's easy at work, it's speedier. But there's still something about the physical media of all these that I really enjoy. The liner notes, the feeling, the thought that these at one point were upwards of $20, and now they're pennies. That's crazy. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna comb it out. At the end, I'll show you just what we've gotten rid of that will be traded in, probably to a record shop, so I can buy more vinyl, because I care about the vinyl more than I do the CDs at this point in my life. So stay tuned. We'll see at the end what we come up with. So we're back. It's a day later. It took me 6 hours to go through all these damn CDs. And like I called it, I went down memory lane. I started thinking about all the times I had with all my friends listening to all this music. You know, as you go along, you collect all these memories. And I gotta correct myself. I said I had 3 copies of Siamese Dream. I lied. I got 2. I thought I had 3. But that's what we go down to, right? I don't need... There were so many doubles in here. So many doubles. I found out that I have this Ryan Adams Gold album. I've got it 3 times. I got 3 copies. That's too many. It's a good album, by the way. And then we had stuff like ABBA Gold. I got it on vinyl. I don't need this now. I don't need this. You know, we had 2 copies of REM. We have 2 copies of War by U2. I got this on vinyl. I don't need 2 copies of this. Hot Hot Heat. 2 copies of Alice in Chains. I was shocked at going through all these, just how many doubles. And I guess that's a problem when you start collecting these. You start questioning, you're like, do I have this or don't I have this? And you're like, it's only 50 cents, it's only 50 cents. But as you can see, a whole box at 50 cents will add up really quick. So I'm excited. I'm going to bring this, this pile to the music store. There's a couple record shops I'm thinking about just dumping it all off. And hopefully I can at least get my money back, right? 50 cents a CD is pretty much what I paid on average. If I can get that money back, I would be very happy. And then we can invest in some records, hopefully. Some cool records I don't have. Do you guys out there, do you have this same problem? Or am I just a weirdo like this? I'm not sure. I'm pretty good with video games. I can memorize what I have. When it comes to music, I struggle at moments. It was nice. I got my stairs, because my stairs is where I store all my CDs. My whole collection is on the stairs. And unfortunately, it's not the best way to store them, because you can't get to the ones on the bottom, because they're stacked up. I just try to put the stuff at the top that I really like, so I have easy access to it. One day, hopefully, that'll be the next step, is to have some sort of display. But we're not there yet. We just had to weed out stuff. Yeah, and I realized there was a bunch of metal CDs like Falconer. I don't need that. There was a bunch of greatest hits collections in here. Hit collections are cool, but you realize there's so many different, like Chicago Best Of. I don't need 4 different copies of different hits collections. So a lot of that stuff it got weeded out. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And I even found some, like I mentioned, I was going to weed out some bands that I do like, but shitty albums by them. You guys remember that band Better Than Ezra from the 90s? Their first major label album was great. Then I found the second follow-up to that a few years back. Just god-awful. So that's in there. Either way, we had a good time. Spent a day, got everything cleaned up. Now we're going to go to the music store. Hopefully we do alright. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you have this kind of collection? Do you struggle with this? Until next time, guys, I'm Dan. And make sure to cultivate your collection.
You can read along in your book as you listen to the story. You'll know it's time to turn the page when you hear the chimes ring like this.